We are live 364 days a year. What are we doing here?
If Dom turns at SummerSlam, I'm shaving my moustache off. I've told you, if that happens, it's going. My lip is cold because of a stupid bet that I made with YouTube.
Oh, good.
Wrestle's better than Daniel Bryan Daniels. Better than Okada.
I'm not getting sushi after Monday Night Raw.
What's going on, everyone? It is your boy Shy Talks Graps, and we are back with another installment of the Wrestling Republic Daily Broadcast. This is episode 939. We getting closer to 1,000, so thank y'all who've been watching from episode 1 till now, and we'll keep rocking with it. We here, man. It's Tuesday. It's Monday Night Raw review, and we got the gang back in the building. Myself, y'all probably haven't seen me host one of these in a while. Well, I'm back, and I got my posse back, man. The boys are back in town. First and foremost, we got Chaos in the building. What's going on, bro?
Yes. What's up, everybody? I'm expecting. Where's the big pop? Where's the pyro and everything? What am I doing? Yeah. Cool.
You deserve this.
There we go. Damn straight. No, I'm joking. But yeah, happy Tuesday, everybody. We're looking forward to talking about a somewhat, in my opinion, a mid Raw up until the end. But obviously, we're going to get into that. I'm happy to obviously be with you guys. But also, quick promo as well. With permission from Ben Allison. A new episode of Take It to the Table will be dropping after this episode at 10 p.m. UK time. We're going to be talking about we're going to be ranking our top 10 favorite matches of the year so far. This is the 6-month mark. So myself, Ben Allison, aka El Jefe, and David Sheldon will be joining us on that. So yeah, be sure to check it out. Make sure you leave your top 10 favorite matches of the year so far. And but yeah, that is obviously Taken to the Table. We're here for the daily. Let's get straight to it, guys.
For sure. And I definitely will be tuned into that. That's always a fun topic to go through as we are. That's crazy. We are over halfway done of the year. This year is going by really quickly, man. Last but not least, man, my arch nemesis, my rival. You know, I'm Gary. He gets to be Ash in this situation because he got the hat on. Jordy in the bank. What's going on, bro?
Bro, you let me be Ash. Well, are you feeling all right? Like, that was a very nice thing. But yeah, nah, you're absolutely right. All jokes aside, I'm hyped to be back with you two on a Tuesday show. And yeah, as soon as that call went in, as soon as the whispers started to happen that it might be potentially everyone might be available, I was like, right, cancel everything. I thought about putting a holiday in work just to make sure I was ready for tonight. So it's an absolute pleasure to be back, boys. And yeah, and let's make the most out of this episode of Raw.
Let's do it because we can't start the first episode of today without talking about the first segment. And that's why I had to bring a drink. I don't really drink soda, but I had one in the fridge. Pepsi in the building. Oh, man, let me take a sip real quick.
We're not getting sponsored, by the way. So Pepsi, you better give us something.
I know, right? That'd be nice. Pepsi Phil himself starts it off. CM Punk, the #1 contender for this World Heavyweight Championship. Coming out, Houston everyone is always excited to see Punk come out. But he gets a little bit of a confrontation, a little, promo exchange against our champion, Gunther. And this was good. This was pretty solid to me. I think they had a good exchanging of words. I think Punk, letting us know that he is looking for gold. That's one of the things that is on his list of accomplishments. But, Gunther, I think he did fairly well versus somebody like CM Punk in a promo battle. And obviously, we got only a couple weeks left until this. I wish, with these kind of people into a match, a Punk and a Gunther who were so, hard hitting with words, can really sell you a match. I think it works in the short term, but I kind of wish we had a little bit of an extended, period of the potential of really getting a couple promo battles, especially with Punk. I think it's more so for Punk. For me, Punk is one of my favorite talkers on a mic in pro wrestling history. But we go in here, man, and I got a good feeling, man. I think CM Punk's gonna get that world title. I think he will beat Gunther. I want to ask you guys, what were your thoughts on the promo battle between these two? And what's your level of excitement for this match as we go into SummerSlam? I'll start with you, Chaos.
It was a great opening segment. Punk obviously brings the heat whenever he's on the mic. You have to pay attention to everything that he says. But yeah, Gunther, he handled himself well. And the thing is that I'm very glad that they're doing this. It's a refreshing take regarding Gunther, because I was so over, him just talking down to his opponent and saying, they're all this night but street trash and all this stuff. And he was doing the same old stuff. Whereas this one, he actually is respecting his opponent. And then obviously with Goldberg, that one, it was a bit more fearful. He didn't really respect him. He was just a bit fearful that what if. But this one is like he's confident, but he's also respecting his opponent. And this is a new layer of Gunther that I actually like. He's actually taking him seriously. Because of that, and he's not playing them silly mind games that he's been doing for however so long. I'm excited. My excitement levels have definitely gone up. I do agree that I wish this had a bit more build up. Obviously, I feel Saturday night main event kind of threw a spanner in the works, and they had to haphazardly put that together, and then, then obviously bring this up. So I do agree. I feel like this should have been a bit longer. I also feel like he's probably going to be the one to take the W. I don't know if you guys remember, but I said even from last year that Punk should be the one to take the title from Gunther. And obviously there's been a couple of changes here and there, but there was obviously some stuff that was going on during that time, and I was just like, look, I think Punk is going to be the one to take the title from Gunther. He was going to be the one to end the first reign. Obviously that didn't come to pass, but I think he's going to do it this time. I don't feel like it's going to make Gunther be a transitional champion. It's still, I think his aura will still be intact depending on how they go about this. But yeah, I am definitely hyped for it. I hope that at some point Punk has to win a title. He's been put in these multiple title matches and he hasn't, he just keeps falling short. So yeah, I feel like he's going to get a dub. And I just can't wait for it. So yeah, it should. My question to you guys is, what do you think this should be one of the main events of the 2 nights? That's what I want to throw to you guys.
I think it should be. Why not? Probably. I mean, I'm on a standpoint where the big money match should always be a main event. At the end of the day, the biggest star should always be the selling point for a main event.
So you're not part of the equality crew like how people were for Mania.
I know what I'm
going now.
I think that if we're gonna do King and Queen of the Ring get title shots, I think you might as well make it night 1 and night 2 main event.
But what about your boy Cena and Cody?
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. In this situation, obviously, it's not going to happen. I'm not saying that is what's going to happen, but I think if you have them 2 opportunities with King and Queen of the Ring, I think you might as well give them the night 1 and night 2 main event. But I do think that about the men and women's Rumble, and that's not what happens there either. So it is what it is.
I adore Jade Cargill. Like, I think she is such a superstar, and y'all know I love Tiffany Time, man. That should not be a main event for a SummerSlam. They're not.
Yeah, you're probably
that
right.
Match isn't going to deliver to be a main event. Why set them up like that? No offense.
Yeah,
it's just that match isn't going to deliver to that. That is a good, middle of the pack on the card match.
Yeah,
that's perfectly fine. Now the other women's match, obviously, you could sell me that potentially. Naomi has been doing amazing work. Io and Rhea are big time stars, as you can see from last night. You know what I'm saying? Like, the crowd loves them. So to your answer, I could see Gunther and Punk be a main event, or I could see that triple threat. I think those 2 matches have a pretty strong chance to probably be the other main event besides Cena and Cody. Honestly, those.
What about if Roman fights though?
He's going to be on the card.
Can you see him being anywhere but the main event?
Oof, that's tough. That is tough.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, the two matches we just said are probably going to be the two best like in-ring matches of the entire card. Like, I think Punk and Gunther is going to be a very well wrestled match. I think Punk has been. I mean, since Punk has returned back to wrestling, to be honest with you, like he hasn't been a bad worker by any means, and Gunther is probably one of the best in-ring workers. I mean, he gave Goldberg a palatable match for the viewers for what it's worth. But man, it's a tough one to really it's gonna be a tough one.
I have to take it to the table. I'm gonna have to take it to the table with that one. That's gonna be very interesting.
Oh my gosh, because I can see either one of those matches. It really depends on the story more so.
Yeah.
But I feel like a world title match should be a main event at the end of the day. I don't think the standpoint of just giving a main event to give a main event to check a box. I'll be honest with you. I don't think that is fair to the women's match because you're like, this is just effort. I'll give you that. Like, no, give the due diligence and make that a main event match.
Oh no, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, no, not just box ticking, but like for example, and they're not going to do this now, but they could have booked it in a way if they wanted to that they could have had Rhea Ripley win Queen of the Ring or Io, and then had Rhea versus Io as the main event of SummerSlam.
Mhm.
If they wanted to do that, they could have, in hindsight, they could have booked it that way. But do you know what I mean? But they haven't, and that's fine. Like I said, and to be honest, this King and Queen of the Ring to SummerSlam thing, it's a new thing, right? It's a very new thing. So it might evolve into that. Sometimes it might be that. Sometimes it might not be that. But it's a very new thing. Right now, I agree. I think Punk and Gunther could main event, but I do disagree. I think he'll lose this one.
Okay. Talk about it real quick.
Yeah. So my only thought is I think he'll lose this one because of the point that everyone has brought up that we wanted this rivalry to cook a bit more, and I think they will give it that time. I actually have got a feeling that CM Punk's going to do a whole Rocky IV thing. Because remember, the next PLE after SummerSlam's in Europe, right? It seems weird to strip the title of Gunther in America and then take him. Like, I feel like they'll do it in France. I feel like CM Punk will win in Europe against Gunther, and he'll have a whole Ivan Drago situation going on. Might even, do some training in the snow or something. Like, I think that's the story that they'll tell. I think CM Punk will be bested by Gunther's strength and power in the first bout, and he will have to train hard. And he'll have to overcome a bit of a mountain. And it'll be a case of, look, I knew he was going to hit hard, but I didn't think he was going to hit quite that hard. I don't think I've been hit that hard before. I wasn't prepared, but next time I will be. And I hope that, I think to have him win in France would be pretty cool. I think. So, that's how I can see this one playing out. Might be wrong, but I think that it's too short of a feud to have Gunther lose that quick. I think they'll let it stretch out. They'll let him get a win against Punk. They'll let Punk beat Gunther in France, and then somewhere down the line they'll probably have they've both won one who's going to be the decider, maybe towards the end of Punk's career, and Punk will put Gunther over, but I don't know.
I think the stalemate is Seth's injury, though. Like, I think if Seth was not injured, I think he's cashing in, and that's how you progress maybe the story in like a similar fashion to what is Naomi, which I won't lie to you, I did not expect that cash, and I don't think I've talked about that just yet. But I think she kind of put the blueprint of what Seth's cash-in was gonna be. Like, it kind of feels like the Audible was just like, you know what? Let's just twist it and give it to her and cash in on these stars and let that be it. So
and she had a valid reason. She just got her ass beat on SmackDown. She's like, you know what, screw that. Let me just go to the other show.
It was also perfect, right? The way that she came 100%. Out looking so beat up, like bust nose, it felt unplanned as well because of that. It was like, what is she doing? But
to y'all's point though, if it was a main event factor, obviously besides Rhea being as over as she is, like Naomi would sell you that point because her character work has been like probably the best women's
the promo last night alone. I was just like, I'm loving this now. I'm loving her character even more.
The backstage stuff, how she says Stephanie Vaquer, like all of it.
Stephanie Vaquez, or whatever you say it.
Yeah, she plays it like she's playing it with so much confidence You could tell she's having so much fun with it. She's killing it. Like, I think, maybe next to someone like a Toni Storm, I think those are like probably the two best like women characters in pro wrestling at the moment. Like, I think Naomi definitely is like, it's the same factor too. Like, she's Teflon in the sense where like she had that briefcase. She's got a sense of like logic into it. She got her ass beat by Jade, and she's like, you know what? I'm done with this. She can get the win. I'm going to the red brand. So it makes a lot of sense. I do want to get through some comments. I want to ask y'all this, because this also did happen. We ain't talking about it, but Numero One Superfly, friend of the show, saying hello. Just a random statement. El Grande Americano's interview was brilliant and hilarious at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I like about Ludwig playing it? Because he's fluent in Spanish.
Yeah, I was wondering how the hell did they get around that? I was like, oh, now it makes sense. Yeah, that's hilarious. Is there anything that guy can't do?
Yeah, he can speak Spanish fluently, so he can actually make El Grande Americano like a legitimate luchador character off of that standpoint. And
they chose the right person perfectly. I never knew he spoke fluent Spanish. I thought he just went on flipping, was it Wordle, like backstage for a good half hour. Yeah,
just memorize stuff off of whatever the Google Translate or whatnot.
Yeah.
So, and
I want him to cost Gunther a title. I've been hoping for Ludwig to turn on Gunther for about since the last time we did a show together. So that was a while.
We have been predicting that, or Ilya Dragunov and Gunther, and I think we're so far from both of them at the moment.
Yeah,
Gunther's playing with the big dogs right now too, man. Like, he's finally playing with the big dogs like Punk. He also says that the opening promo was good. I just wish it got a little bit more time. Let the feud cook a little bit more. Don't disagree with that.
Just before we leave this topic as well, I've just thought of something then. These two have fought on the road, haven't they?
Yeah, they
quite
have.
regularly. So it's quite a clever play for WWE. These two will probably do have great chemistry. These probably know each other around the ring, know they can put on a great match, and they've waited until that point to actually put it on TV and put it at SummerSlam because, as far as I'm aware, it's only happened on live shows, hasn't it?
Yeah, I can vouch for that. I was there for one of the main events when they did their big during the Road to WrestleMania tour. They did it, and it was a great match. Very, very good. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we also got a great comment right here, man. Showing respect. Rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne. Definitely crazy news, man. WWE Hall of Famer. War Games, man. We didn't hear his song play, the Black Sabbath song. So rest in peace to him. Also, rest in peace, Malcolm Jamal Warner, man.
Yes.
Boy, bro. That's crazy, man. Nostalgia, childhood is going by quick, man. So but let's get to this next topic because we have the rematch or match that was owed to Bayley from Mania because Becky took her slot. Bayley and Lyra team up again in a tag match against our champions, Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez, Roxanne Perez. A lot going on in this match. Very overbooked in Judgment Day shenanigans. Ultimately, Becky is a big part of why Bayley and Lyra lose. They had a promo exchange prior to it. Lyra hits a manhandle slam on Becky. Becky gets her lick back, kind of takes Lyra out the equation, and Roxanne and Raquel get a win. This feud in the Intercontinental Division, I'm going to kick it off with you, Jordy. I don't know how I feel because I like it. Because I love the matches that have been streamed together. I think Lyra is like just one of the best in-ring workers in the WWE Women's Division. And it's been interesting. But like, what does Bayley do at this point? Do you think we got a week left? Do you think she finds her way where we get a rematch for a triple threat? Or, I mean, I'm kind of like seeing a bit of a limbo because at the moment it is Becky versus Lyra for the IC title. So thoughts on a match? Obviously, the Judgment Day get a win. Your favorite? You don't like them anymore now, do you? Huh?
No, I do.
I said they were the best faction in the pro wrestling the other day.
I like him again. It was Liv that was ruining it. Remember? No, I'm joking.
All right, let's get this topic to chaos.
There it is. There it is. No, but in all seriousness, the one thing I will say is that the tides are changing. I swear I heard Dirty Dom chants last night. Like people were actually chanting his name, which is bizarre.
Yep.
But yeah, it was a solid match. But yeah, man, I'm with you. I'm like, I'm confused. I'm just. It just seemed a bit weird, and I get that it was supposed to, and maybe we are gearing towards a Bailey heel turn or whatever. But like, why did that lead to that? Unless she's like working with Becky, could it be that like Becky and Bailey have formed an alliance? That's the only thing that I can sort of make sense, because then it's like, oh, Bailey was serving her on a plate to Becky to make her weaker for the title match. It's all a stretch. I'm stretching, you know what I mean? I'm reaching. And right now I'm just a bit like, yeah, this is the unsurest I've felt about this feud, I would say. Up until like, this is the first week where I've been like, what are we doing again? Up until this point, I think it has been really good, and I think it's done a fantastic job. Like you said, Lyra is looking so good off the back of this feud with Becky, with Bailey, everything that's going on. I think she's going from strength to strength. I think she's getting more comfortable on the mic, like you said, in ring. She's one of the best workers in the WWE women's division. It's just the WWE probably, in terms of just consistency and constantly putting on a good match. But yeah, I'm just starting to feel like, is this feud nearly over? Do you know what I mean? Or is it gonna create a new dynamic? Are we gonna end up with a triple threat again? Like, I'm just a bit lost right now after last night. And I've not really felt like that with this feud yet, so I'm a bit confused. I don't know about you guys.
Bailey has never felt more stagnant in her career, man. Like I hate to say it, but like, I don't even know if a heel turn does anything. Like, she is over with fans, but it's like pity in a sense. Like, what do y'all think of that? Like,
I know what you mean. It's pity
feel
seems a
bad
harsh
for her.
word. I know what you mean. It's almost it's like respect, right? It's over through respect, yeah.
Yeah, like, I feel like people feel a sense of like, oh, I just feel bad because she's not doing as great as her, as her counterparts in the Four Horsewomen. That's like the most unfortunate situation. She's gonna always be compared to what Becky's doing, to what Sasha Banks, Mercedes is doing, and to
Mhm.
what Charlotte is doing, and it's always gonna be like,
Charlotte's not doing much more right now, in fairness.
no, she's not. I mean, she's
No, but-
starting.
But people are enjoying
I'm
it.
loving this version of Charlotte, though.
Yeah, but I was going to say people are enjoying it. Her and Alexa have got
Good.
good.
It's a refreshing layer. I've never seen this
I like
side
it.
of Charlotte, and that's what intrigues me. It's like,
Same.
she's
it's
not
like
holding
that.
there.
She's almost doing the similar to what Bailey's doing, but I'm more invested in Charlotte, which is
Yeah.
bizarre. That
Yeah,
is
it
a
is.
strange
It is.
sentence to come out of my mouth.
Because it's different. It's a sense of like I like the dynamic of like, oh, we're not friends, but we are friends. Like, we're slowly becoming friends, and like, Alexa's bringing out a sense of like personality that's different from Charlotte,
100%.
and I think it's good for both of them. I think it's cleaning a lot of the bad Fiend like story.
Oh yeah, everyone was just like, she's gonna join the Wyatt, she's gonna join the Wyatt, she's gonna join the Wyatt. And at some point, I'm sure they'll cross paths. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if Alexa turns on Charlotte somewhere down the line, and then after that, that's when the Wyatts are like, "Hey, we've got issues with people that turn back on the friends." That seems to be who they pick on.
I don't want it. I don't think she needs to be part of it no more.
No,
man.
she doesn't. She doesn't. I agree.
The
agree.
issue
And I
with
think that's why they kind of swayed from that, because like everyone was like banking on, because she had the same garb and she could be part of it. I think because the online presence was just saying, yeah, she's gonna join. They were just like, nah, go with Charlotte. And it worked out. It's working all right. It's working okay. So yeah,
you never know. She could be actually working with them. This whole thing with Charlotte could be a Wyatt 6 thing, and she's actually undercover. We'll all look silly.
Hey, it very well could be, man. So we'll see what happens. But with Bailey, though, I mean, Soul says that Bailey to AEW, please, wrestling gods. Triple H, you can have Britt Baker. That is not a fair trade at all. That is not a fair trade. If we're gonna do a trade, at least make it like Bailey or like someone like Chris Statlander, right? Like, something like a little bit more fair.
Yeah, in the words of Britt Baker, if Triple H did want to get Britt, we'd be like, nobody cares. We wouldn't care. We wouldn't care.
She would. I like early Britt Baker in AEW. I feel like she would have a hard time. And like, bro, that Raw roster for the women's division got Bailey still, right? You got Becky, you got Rhea, you got Io, you got Asuka, you got Lyra, you got Roxanne Perez, you got Stephanie Vaquer, you got Naomi. Like, they are insanely stacked, bro. It's
Rhea Ripley's pop last night was as loud as Roman's. It's crazy. It was so loud.
The Io and Stephanie match too. Like, people like
Stephanie, incredible. So
Stephanie
good.
is like so over by the fans, man. Like,
I wonder why. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Devil's Kiss move of the year. Let's take a quick break from the topics for a second, because I do want to talk about a couple things that is Wrestling Republic related. And foremost, that is our undercard channel. If you haven't already, please check out our second channel, Wrestling Republic Undercard. You have exclusive video clips and more. A lot of the clips from our dailies are on that. You got episodes sold separately. You got episodes of NXT off the air on there. It is a great content-driven channel. So let's get these subscriptions up. Y'all do y'all job. If you support us here, support us there. It would be meaning a lot. Also, another channel, the Allison Analysis. Make sure you look up the Allison Analysis YouTube channel to see all of Ben's key findings from Raw, SmackDown, and much more. Ben's a controversial guy. I highly disagree with him. So go on there, comment why he's wrong and why we are right. But go ahead and do that as well. And last but not least, if you haven't already, download the Etsy app. Go to the App Store or the Google Play Store. Head to the upcoming stream section. It's a fun app. You got Aunt You on there nonstop. And you can argue with him. Tell him why the Washington Commanders suck. Tell him I said that. Let's get to this next topic, man, because I do not know how I feel about Karrion Kross, bro. Because the man is somewhat over. He's got a crazy online fanship. The people want him to do well. I know his contract situation has been a big topic. He follows me on X, but I am not biased. All right? I cannot be biased because there is records of me on this show calling the Final Testament the worst faction in pro wrestling. So I can't.
I was there.
I heard that.
I like Karrion Kross. I don't know if they know exactly what to do with his push. He beat Sami Zayn last night via injured Sami, cheating, shenanigans, the whole yard. It felt like it didn't matter. It feels like even if he picks up wins, it's not leading to anything. And it's one of those situations where he's in a pool of wrestlers that are very, very talented. And I don't know if it's just his time right now, but I don't know how long you could keep the momentum building and continue that. I hate it for Sami because I am a big Sami Zayn fan, but I got to – Chaos, you is more blunt than I am. Talk about Karrion Kross for a second and this internet phenomenon that he has.
In the words of our good friend Clark, what are we doing here, guys? You're right. It's like they don't know what to do with this online momentum, but I feel like they are purposely, it's starting to feel like they're starting to purposely stunt his growth. And I don't know why. It's starting to feel again the WWE of old, where it's illegal for you to get over by yourself. And yeah, he's in the ring with someone that is, upper mid card. He's been in the main event with Roman Reigns. He's been a part of the, the Bloodline saga and Sami Zayn. But the fact that you have a match with someone like Sami Zayn and the crowd reception is very mid, you know, there was a very light chant of "Let's go, Sami, let's go, Kross." But if you had to I had to turn up my TV to even just barely hear that. And the matchup, I don't know what is missing here. I don't know if it's maybe their chemistry isn't that great, or like, I don't know, is it all just smoking mirrors? And we all know, I think we have said on the show that Karrion Kross is definitely smoking mirrors. Like his presentation is way better than his ring work. So like it's very similar to a Steve Austin, where, you know, Steve Austin was very limited in his ring work, but his presence, his character, his aura carried it over. And that's how I kind of place Karrion Kross. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's not no Steve Austin, but that's why I'm trying to put him in that same basket, as in, you know, his character, his presence does way out better than his in ring work. But like, I don't know, it feels like they're leaving him hung at like high and dry. Like you said, he got the win, but it was just like, it's not like, what do we get out of this feud? What is the actual end game? Because he has to be kind of proven right to say, because that is Karrion's objective, is to say, look, he is, you know, you are a bad guy. Like, go back to your evil roots. But then like, he won, but there's no progression in the story to even think that, oh, maybe Sami might be thinking of, you know, maybe I don't have what it takes. I have to go to the dark side. It's really weird. I don't know what the end game is, and I think the fans kind of see that, and they kind of see this is like a filler stopgap thing. And yeah, if they don't correct it like sooner rather than later, this could really derail the momentum with Karrion Kross. And then all of a sudden they start blaming, oh, see, we told you, this is why we don't push him. And I don't want that for Karrion Kross. He is great. I love his presentation. Scarlett's amazing by his side. But yeah, like it's just, I don't really care for this. Basically, I don't care for this feud. I want to see where they're going to go with this. Are they going to push him to go for a title at least? Or is there going to be like is this going to turn into a blood feud somewhat? I don't know. And so, but they need to figure it out soon as, otherwise they're going to lose everybody, not just us, everybody. So yeah, they need to really buckle down.
I think the issue is that too. Like, I don't think he's been booked as dominant as he should be, in a sense. And like, he went through a whole phase on SmackDown where he lost all his feuds. He was the guy putting people over. And I feel like that booking hasn't changed much. He lost to Sami at the pay-per-view. He beat Sami last night on a random episode of Raw because Sami was hurt and he cheated, right? So it's not like you beat him. And I would assume if they have the trilogy, Sami's going to win the other one. Other thing is this, man. I love Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is a hell of a worker. Him and Sami Zayn have not delivered chemistry-wise in ring to me. Their matches just don't click. It's water and oil. They don't work together. And I think that comes with limitations of him maybe as a in-ring wrestler. Not saying he can't work. Obviously, he's a professional wrestler. He's a great wrestler. But like, I see Kross, I see a big dude, you know, I want to see him just destroy people. Like, I'm not saying like, and the problem is this too. And this is the problem I have with a person like Rusev. You got a lot of these guys. You got a Braun Breaker. You got a Bronson Reed. You got a lot of these guys. Like,
even Alistair Black coming back. That's what I want from Kross, right? Someone that can just drop someone with a kick, because he's got that in his locker. But yeah, or a knee, or choke someone out. Like,
I'm like,
yeah,
something that can like, and like, it's the presentation is what really does make him stick out, because he is without a doubt a WWE superstar. Like, dude can cut promos really well. Like, I'm not saying I don't want to see him. I don't think that the push is not warranted. I just feel like, how are we handling the push? Like, the whole thing, everyone online is saying, we want Kross, we want Kross. You get Kross, but what do you do with Kross? Like, there's got to be more to it. Like, we can't just, like, TV time is ample at the end of the day. What you do with your TV time is what matters. Like,
I think he should have won at the PLE, if you ask me. I think having him win on SmackDown was silly. Like, and I think it was just like they didn't want to have Sami lose in Saudi. I think.
No, yeah, that's what it was. It was a hometown win. Like, it's like Sami is arguably their biggest star, so they ain't gonna do that.
But how are you gonna make, like, if Kross had have won, God, he'd have been getting booed out of the place, and that can be the birth of a great character. Right?
They was cheering him too, though. Like, he would have got more love there than he would have got in Houston.
All I know is
Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, yeah, I just feel like there just needs to be an end game regarding this, and like it's like if they really wanted to push him, they would absolutely do it. Like they would put the best storylines and all that. But I just feel like they're just giving him the TV time because just for social media sake. And
watch, it'll be Priest next. It'll be Priest next, and then it'll be then it'll be LA Knight, and it'll just be these upper mid carders, and he just won't go anywhere. And I don't want that. At least put him somewhere near a title or something. I'll give him a meaningful feud.
Like a mid card title or something like that.
Yeah, something. I don't know what.
Maybe if you can get the like I love Dom. If AJ beats Dom, I think that's a perfect person for Kross to get the title from and have a feud again with would be AJ.
Yeah. AJ won't lose in France either.
Because it's a full circle to their feud prior to it.
Yeah.
So
I don't think AJ will lose in France. He might even win against Dom in France. Like they love him over there, bro.
They're gonna put a lot of because they know that crowd is gonna be crazy at France. You saw what happened at Backlash.
They'll love him.
Something like that, 100%. Yeah, they love him out there. They fucking love. Sorry, they love him.
Nah, you good. Let's get this. I just want to get one comment in. The homie Davion saying, "Hello, Wrestling Republic in chat." He's celebrating his 24th birthday. Happy birthday, my dude! Happy birthday! You young as hell, man.
Yeah, man. I'm old. Oh, I'm old.
Like I'm like almost.
The crazy thing is, bro, he was born in 2001. How will that make you feel?
You're lucky this is the Daily Show, not Table. I would have cussed you out. But yeah, it's fine.
All right, man. Let's get to the main event of our show. We'll close the show. Throw the ones up, y'all. Throw the ones up real quick.
Hey, I don't have to. I got a shirt, bro. Come on, man.
Our tribal chief, the OTC 1, not OTC 2, not OTC 3, OTC 1. Roman Reigns is back, and he had some words to say about that dumbass. Paul Heyman called him dumbass so many times last night. Wow. If you needed a reminder to see who is the most big-time professional wrestler in our industry, just watch his entrance last night. Like, he had a damn near, like, WrestleMania roar of the crowd at the Toyota Center last night in Houston. And Roman Reigns continues to show why he is the key figure in the WWE. And like he is the closest thing to what we have with a John Cena, obviously, but with like a Rock, a Austin. Like he's to that level right now to our wrestling fans. And him and Paul had their exchange of words. And this faction tries to get their way through. It's a little whoopsie on Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker tries to cut a little bit of promo. I didn't like it personally. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think he needs to like find a way to like balance his aggression. I feel like he needs to like come off a little bit more stoic and like fierce rather than so hyper like a chihuahua. But they start beating up. What you say?
What's Figgy's thingy? Butch.
Butch, right? Yeah, kind of like that. But Roman, they attack Roman and he gets the save from family. Main event Jey Uso with the save. I'm thinking we are going to get a big time tag team match because we are talking about Roman's match. And I think it is going to be Seth's boys, Paul Heyman's boys versus Roman and Jey. But we got to talk about our OTC. Chaos, I'm going to kick it off to you first, man. Thoughts on the return of Roman last night on Raw and everything, tied to the segment yesterday.
Boy, did Roman Reigns suck up all the aura in that arena last night. That was awesome, man. It was, and you're right, like the pop for him is crazy. It kind of reminded me of back, when The Rock was cool, when when he had like them random returns back in the early 2000s to mid 2000s, and his aura was just crazy, and it just brought it back to those kind of vibes. The promo was great. I loved it. He put Paul Heyman on his in his place. I kind of felt like he could have went a bit stronger with the stingers and the name calling, instead of just calling him a dumbass, you could have said something else more like, fat walrus, something like just more like harder zingers than just dumbass. I don't know why. I just felt like it wasn't as bad as suffering succotash, but it was like I think he could have went a bit harder if he wanted to. But yeah, no, it was good. I agree with regarding Braun Breaker. He tried to obviously, try to mirror off, the microphone handling that Roman Reigns does and all that. Like he's good on the mic. Braun Breaker can be good on the mic, but I feel like obviously just being in the ring with someone like Roman, and especially a couple of times where he was putting him in his place, saying like, "You better step back, you better fall back, son." Like he didn't know really how to handle it, but yeah, his time will come for sure. And yeah, it finished off. It finished off great. Jay is still just as over as him. If not equally. The crowd was just great. The crowd was great. Now, obviously, it's most likely going to be leading up to a tag team match with them two. That's my also gripe with this. I'm starting to feel like, as great as Roman Reigns is, I feel like he's taking one too many what I call side missions regarding. I just feel like this feud is a side mission to what he is. Obviously, I understand the WWE title is kind of busy right now and whatnot, but I feel like, no disrespect to the people that's in it, but I feel like this feud feels like it's a bit above him, and he's just doing this as a placeholder. But I feel like he could be in something more bigger than this tag match. Don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure it's going to be great, but yeah, I feel like this should have been the Usos versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, rather than just putting Roman Reigns in this. I feel like this is a side mission to him, but I'm here for it. Do I think it should be one of the main events? Not really. Maybe co-main. But yeah, I digress. But yeah, other than that, the match, sorry, the segment was great, made up for what I thought was a bit of a mid episode of Raw. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. I want to see more of Roman, please, on TV.
Yeah, I think the opponents is what makes it not potentially a main event. No offense to Bronson Reed, no offense to Braun Breaker, but like you would need a Seth to sell me for that to be the main event. Jordy, exactly. I do want to get it to let you talk about this real quick, because I know you missed your tribal chief. Thoughts on the segment and everything being built up for SummerSlam?
Yeah, one tribal chief to another. There's a lot of respect there. So, no, it's just great to have him back. Absolutely agree with what everybody said. This is a rock level pop. We are witnessing greatness in real time. Like he's starting to look like the greatest of all time to me. There's just something about this guy, and it's funny because we bring up the Braun dynamic. It felt like, when Cena said to Roman, and Roman stuttered, and Cena was like, I'll wait, don't worry. And it was that dynamic of like, okay, like, you're good, mate, but you're not quite where I am yet. It feels like Roman is there now, and he's the one that just walks into the ring, and he's just in his element. And the way he looked directly down at the camera and nodded when everybody was chanting OTC and he was stood in the ring, I feel like that was to Triple H. I feel like that was a nod to Triple H and to probably other people, to be like, we did it, we got there, we're here now, and Roman is and forever now will be that over. I don't think I can't see the crowd ever not reacting like that. He might turn heel again, so there might be a big boo, but he is that level of just bigger, larger than life character. Do you know what I mean? He's in that conversation with The Rock, Stone Cold, John Cena. Cody felt like he was there a little bit on that build up to the story, and I feel like Cody's got a few more dimensions and a heel turn, other places to go before he enters quite into this level. But yeah, Roman's there and he ain't leaving.
Yeah, man, Cody felt like that because of Roman Reigns. That's the honest truth.
Could be.
Roman Reigns is the ultimate bad guy that made you want him to, like, he's got that much of a double-edged sword of a character. He made you want him to lose because he was that great of a bad guy, and now he's adored, and he's the same guy. Nothing has changed. He's not no baby face. He's saying the same stuff. He's saying Except now he's saying these people acknowledge me. That's a little bit more baby faces. He's still the same character. And that's the one thing. I'll leave it at that. The heel baby face stuff, throw it out the window. Wrestling fans want to root for people that are badass, that are cool, that are actual characters. It's why we love Rhea Ripley. She had a dark, edgier type of character, but people are chanting for mommy at all times. It's the same thing with Roman Reigns, man. Like, same thing that we loved about Steve Austin back in the day, The Rock. Like, these people are just
Randy Orton.
cool. Randy Orton. You don't want to root for a cheese ball. So I digress.
Anti-hero.
Yeah, exactly. An anti-hero.
I rooted for Cena.
All right, man. Well, he's a bad man. That is all the time we do have today. Thank you guys for rocking with us in the comments. We'll be back same time tomorrow. If you don't have anything to do tonight, make sure to watch NXT Off the Air, myself, Drizzy, and Clark. And if you don't have anything to do in the next couple hours, make sure you're still on this channel and watch the newest episode of Take It to the Table. In the words of Jay Uso, deuces, ooses, we are out of here. And we back, baby. The game.
We back.
Yeah, we're back.